How's it going, guys? I'm Josh.
And I'm scared of thunderstorms.
Oh my god, me too.
Thunder buddies for life?
Fucking right!
And this is Grosh Talk! Yeah!
Do you want a popsicle?
What's up, guys? You are watching Grosh Talk.
The show where we Google stuff that you don't care to do enough yourself.
Starting off today is something that scares the shit out of me. I'm gonna get right into this.
We are diving into the story.
There is a guy who is 46 years old right now. Currently okay. 46. He was in a coma for 23 years of his life. So half of his life, he was in
Spent in a coma. Wow.
Spent in a coma.
Okay.
Yeah. He was in a car accident when he was, I'm assuming, 23. Would make sense.
That makes sense mathematically.
Math. Doctors tried to do all those visual tests and audio tests, trying
to make sure to see if the brain was functioning.
Yeah. And there was nothing. So they said he was brain dead, basically a vegetable, and he's just been living in basically a hospital bed for the past 23 years. Turns out,
must be ridiculous.
Yeah. Turns out he wasn't in a coma, and he was awake the entire time, but he just couldn't.
Full body paralyzation. It had to be.
Pretty much. Yeah. And he couldn't say anything, and he couldn't tell them that he
couldn't open his eyes.
Couldn't do anything like that. And he was awake for 23 years. And
so he could hear everything they were doing.
Yeah.
He could feel everything they were doing.
Yeah. When he was awake.
But there was no possibility for him.
Yeah.
Wow.
He would he actually, when he came out of this, somehow he managed to start
just snap back, like,
well, I don't know if
starting with like the one like in Kill
Bill. Yeah,
like move your finger,
pretty much. He said that he could hear the doctors trying to talk to him, he could hear the nurses trying to talk to him, and them just getting basically frustrated because they couldn't get anything out of him, and he was hearing them and trying to
the whole time in his brain he's screaming at them.
Yeah, like when he first came out of the coma. Into this vegetative state. Yeah. As soon as he woke up, he tried to scream, but nothing came out.
And he couldn't move or anything like that, yeah. That's really scary. And I mean, that does make sense, because in the beginning, where he's in his coma state, and he was in the brain dead state, but then he snapped out, and now he's stuck there. So it makes sense that they did all their tests in the first place, and he wasn't responding. I mean, they need to set up some kind of protocol where they do these tests every 2 years, like,
I mean, for the most
part, they can't just do one test and assume that he's just.
But these kind of cases, though, is very, very.
He's absolutely unique, but the fact that it's happened now, they have to set up a protocol. That's all I mean. It's
kind of like gravediggers, how they would put up the bells so that people that weren't actually dead. Yeah, that kind of thing. Only it's with comas. Yeah.
And he was not in a grave. Luckily,
he wasn't in a grave.
Because I mean,
he probably would have died.
Well, I mean, he probably wouldn't have been awake by the time he died.
He would have been in the best place for it. To be fair.
It's efficient, but that's really messed up. I just think it's really scary, and I really think that they need to set something up. Like, there needs to be some kind of ongoing test. Like, even if it's a system that every so often shocks the brain to see if there's a react. Like, every 10 days.
So torture.
A machine.
Time torture.
If it helps to realize that the guy's awake and they need to maybe change up his hospital situation.
But think about how horrible this guy's stay would have been if he can't move or anything, or tell them that he's
just getting shocked every 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's just getting shocked.
But the brain, they'll read the brain function. It wouldn't happen for 23 years straight. He would wake up, feel the shock, and the brain would react. Because his brain is still functioning. That's not the problem. It was just the first time they tested him, nothing happened because he was in his coma state, his vegetable state. Right?
Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so
maybe something that wouldn't kill them.
Yeah. If you guys can think of a way that would have worked, let us know in the comments. I'm actually really interested. Like, how are they going to be able to change this in the future?
A bell?
Let us know what you guys think. So, as we move into the next story, we're going to use the thought of going from being able to feel everything and not really being able to say anything about it to not really being able to feel anything at all. There's a condition called pain. And I'm not sure if it's actually pronounced this way, but I'm reading it as asymbolia. So pain asymbolia. And basically what that is if you're injured or hit or scratched, cut, basically any kind of nerve activating motion, really, you don't feel it. It's just it's displaced, basically.
Yeah, it's perceived, but it doesn't cause you any suffering.
So your brain understands that you should be feeling pain.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is painful.
But you don't actually feel the
But
pain.
you don't give a shit about it. It's like I had to go in and get some stuff done on the inside of my mouth, on the roof of my mouth. I had to take some skin off and stuff.
It's gross. Go on.
This is gonna get gross.
We're putting an explicit tag on this.
Yeah. There was like grafting that had to be done for my gums. So they went in and they gave me this pill before my thing, and they're like, "You're gonna feel it, but you're not gonna care." And I was like, "Okay."
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. So I took the pill. Obviously, I took the red one, and
you wanted to see how deep the rabbit hole went.
Yes. And then, and so during the entire time of like this, it was like a 2 or 3 hour thing. It seemed like 20 minutes to me, and I did not give a shit. They had knives in my mouth, and they were like cutting the roof of my mouth, and I was just like, I did not care.
So you didn't feel the pain?
Yeah, I had pain asymbolic.
Yeah. So it's simulated pain asymbolic. That's like laughing gas. It's like laughing gas. That was like if you get your wisdom teeth pulled out and you're laughing while they're doing it to you. I mean, you should be feeling this intense pain in your mouth, but really you're kind of just giggling about it. But I mean, it's permanent. It's not activated. So
this is for their entire lives.
Yeah. So I think this is my idea. The chemicals that cause the laughing gas or the pill that you took it has to be something in the brain that's activated by the pill, right? So the pill activates this chemical in the brain that causes the nerves to not feel the pain, numbing.
This is just a release of that.
Constant activation in the brain. That's what I'm saying. That is my professional opinion as the doctor in the house.
It's kind of like Kick-Ass. How he doesn't feel any pain.
But take away all the like steel bones and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the exact same thing. Yeah.
Or Superman.
Take away the alien, and then same idea.
Same shit.
Take away the fact he's from another planet, where they're all intensely strong because of the gravity change, and the power of their sun. Yeah, same thing. And power of the stars charged there.
Is that what Superman was so strong? Because he was from a planet with a lot more gravity. Like when Goku flies through the thing and he's in that weight room.
Hyperbolic. Yeah. Well, when he was in his weight room, he was in an alien spaceship, and he can turn up the gravity, control the gravity. He was doing push-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same. Yeah, basically. Same thing. Because the whole thing is, there's a huge argument where Superman doesn't fly; he jumps because he can leap tall buildings in a single bound. Right. So it's one big jump, and that's how he flies. And then in space, he can just kind of just push off because he isn't affected by the vacuum.
But he can fly. How do you?
I don't know. You know what?
How do
and
you
then
jump
change direction
into the air?
Listen,
not only change direction,
I'm impartial,
but keep floating.
I'm impartial.
If he's picking up a plane, say, like he does, he's holding it like this, right? And he's jumping, and he caught it. How does he stay there?
How does a character in your favorite video game double jump?
Because he's fucking Crash Bandicoot. That's why.
Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching another episode of Grosh Talk. If you like what you saw, definitely hit the thumbs up button down below. It helps with the show a lot. If you want to leave a comment or answer our question, leave it in the comment section down below. If you want your friends to watch the video with you, share it to your Facebooks or your Twitter. And last but not least, if you want to see more from us or be alerted when our new videos come out, hit that subscribe button. Talk to you later, guys.
Peace. One more time.
High five without looking!